Okay, so I'm on live now. Apologize. Rita sincerely apologize. I'm apologizing to all the viewers out there. I appreciate the patience. I appreciate the ability to know that some conditions, some situations are beyond control of individuals. So going straight back to what I started, my name is Rita Babalola. I work with Beacon Gate. I'm a career coach. I'm a recruiter. In short, I'm an HR professional, come entrepreneur because I run other businesses. So I will be talking about some ways we can boost visibility and workplace performance. When an employee enters an organization, day one, there are certain things you do that the organization will condone. When you're starting out as an entry level, what are the things that you come up with in terms of workplace skills? You probably won't have much, but if you have been assigned a what call it now, you've been assigned a unit, let's say marketing, let's say customer service, there. The onus will be on the head to brush you up, to tell you, I'm assuming now that what you call onboarding and induction has been done. Once you have an onboarding and induction that has been done, probably for 2 days, 1 week, 1 month, depending on the organization. Some organizations, by virtue of their policies, will have 1 month, some will have 2 months, and some will just have a week. So, irrespective of the length of the onboarding experience that you will have, once you assign a department, the onus will now be on the team lead to brush you up on some skills that you will lack. Let me go back to when I started working. I was placed in the marketing department. My computer skills were minimal, but then the typical thing, I knew how to type, I knew how to navigate my way into computers. But that wasn't the case some years ago. But now we expect every graduate that is coming in to work in an organization to at least have computer appreciation course where you know where to switch up the computer, where you know where to switch up your laptop, where you know what to navigate in terms of Microsoft suits. So when you come in now, some skills you won't have them. Probably administrative skill, organizational skill, letter writing, formal writing, report writing, and then they begin to brush you up. When you assign certain tasks, allocated some tasks to work on, you make mistakes. Your team leads, your other colleagues, they support you. They build you up in terms of those mechanisms that will make you be better at your tasks. But when you get to like the second, third year, you too, you begin to brush people up. You begin to support other people's learning journey. You begin to support initiatives that will also promote the learning opportunity for your colleagues, your junior colleagues, as they are growing up in the career journey. But then, when you get to the fourth year in your career journey, your team lead probably be the same person, or it has changed during the course of your work, or you've been assigned to another department. The skills you have built, the totality of your skills and experience now will start changing. So let's assume I came in and January 1st, 2023. By January 1st, 2024, if I'd arrived the organization with another individual, because we're working in different roles, working in different departments, assigned different tasks and projects, my skill sets will be tilted towards the department that I've been assigned to, and B's skill set will be tilted to another department. 4 years, 5 years, 6 years down the journey, if we both of us are still in the organization, if Rita begins to be known in the organization and B begins to be left out in some tasks, or we get to the point where who leads a team, who is to be given the lead role. They look at Rita's assessment over the years. They look at maybe Peju's assessment over the years. Who is good at a particular task? Who is faster? What deliverables can you give Rita and Peju that you can put both of them together and be sure that both of them will measure at the same pace or not at all? But if Peju shows propensity to be better at some tasks, what other tasks, what other activities can Rita do that Rita will be good at that Peju may not be good at? I tell people we all have latent potentials, but it depends on how you're able to maximize your potential, how you're able to look at ways that you can be more effective because you're not competing with another person. But meanwhile, because you work in the same organization, there will be room for promotion, there will be room for growth. Rita comes in the same year, Peju comes in January 2nd, 2023. So that is the genesis of my topic today: boosting your visibility, boosting your performance. Why would Rita be better than Hey, or what would show the tendency for Rita to be given more opportunities than Peju? Or what would Peju have that Rita would not have that would sell Peju to management more than Rita? But do you know those journeys, those little steps that we take every day? They are an accumulation of what you have done today, previous years, in August, June. There are everyday little steps that sometimes employees don't take cognizance of. You just wait till performance evaluation day, you wait till appraisal, and then you begin to say, oh, they rated me poorly. They rated me that's so poor that I can't even begin to phantom it. But the thing is, because you were unconscious during the course of the discharge of your responsibility, that it's actually a building process. January 2nd, we came in. By February 1st, is 1 month in the organization. By June, it is 5 months into the organization. By December, it is 11 months into the organization. And by the January the following year, that's 2024, both of us have used 1 year. So peradventure, the organization decides to say, we want to do a particular project that involves personnel, and they'll be needing highly performing employees. What are the things that they are going to look at in the course of choosing whether it is Peju or Rita? So we'll be discussing that today. I have with me here Denu, Oluwafenromi Denu, a beautiful name. I don't know. I don't want to have kids again. So I'm taking it towards Denu. Denu is with me today. So Denu, say hello to them.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon to you all. So nice to be here today.
Okay, so back to our workplace. I'm trying to see what both of us can show at the same time. So because I'm just bringing him as a surprise down here. Okay, so Peju, have analyzed it. Rita and Peju coming in at the same time, and then 4 years down the line, they're looking at a particular project, and they're picking Rita over Peju. Of course, it has to be me. It can't be Peju, right? It has to be Rita. Okay, so they've picked me. What would they be looking at? What would Rita have, or what would Rita have been doing that would make Rita shine, show forth more strength than Peju? In what way would I have been doing my course of work that I didn't even notice? I didn't even think much about it. But now the organization needs to make a choice between both of us. So what would Rita have been doing differently? Can you tell us what?
Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. My name is Demo Bond. It's a privilege. This was more probably impromptu.
Impromptu, yeah.
So it's actually a privilege to be on live with Mrs. Rita Babalola. So just let me go straight to the point and address what Mrs. Rita Babalola said. You know, we have Peju, then we have Mrs. Rita. Or
No,
we
Rita.
have Rita,
Yeah.
as our
Entry level Rita, yeah, with 3 years experience now.
3 years experience.
Yeah.
So, usually I think I tell people that quite listen to people that join my sessions, and I tell them that when you go into organizations, you don't just go there and just do what you have been told to do, like your job description.
Okay.
Yes, you are doing your job description, but there should be some element of, number one, responsibility,
Okay.
which means doing to the books.
Okay.
Then accountability and excellence.
No, you pick one, then we talk about it a bit, and then we'll
Okay.
put number two. Yeah.
Okay. So
Number one, what would it be for you?
number one, responsibility.
Okay.
Okay, this is what you are meant to do. You are doing it to the books of it.
Okay.
And then when you are not able to do it, or when you are queried, a lot of people feel like when they are queried, it means it's a bad sign. No, it's not a bad sign. When you are queried, you are questioned, why were you not able to do this? Oh, this was the reason I was not able to do it. That's responsibility.
Okay, so that's like taking charge of your tasks.
Exactly.
For any assigned role, number one, what then is saying is you've been assigned a responsibility, ensure you put in your 100%.
Exactly.
But I always tell people beyond 100%, put in your best. Don't shy away from responsibility. Even if you don't know it, do your research. Now is the day of the internet. You can go online, Google whatever task you need to do. But number one, responsibility and doing it well. Once you assign a task, put in your best. Let your best be best. My secondary school motto was our best in everything. Yes, we must ensure you put in your best in every task. My children's school don't. They have this thing that they call effort. In as much as the output is looked at eventually, but they looked at the little steps. The
Yes.
effort is commendable. So some say efforts are not commended. Yeah, but the effort also builds you up because it shows the effort is if you are optimistic about it, if you are pessimistic about it, effort will also show maybe you give up or you don't give up. It will also show in the level of responsibility, like Daniel was saying, whether you are taking it up 100% or you're just doing lackadaisically. So, number one, do whatever task has been assigned to you, put in your best, be accountable for that task, and ensure that you put in your signature on it. You put in your best. They know that, oh, Rita has tried. Daniel did this. Wonderful. So that's like saying the outcome must be superb. So what other ones do you think?
So the next thing is beyond accountability
Okay.
/ responsibility.
Okay.
One should not be somebody that just want to. I think the word is recoil.
Okay.
You know, when you are done with your job description, practically you've done the task of the day. There's a question of, is there anything I can help you with?
Okay.
That singles one out because, and once you
That's volunteer for other tasks.
volunteer for
Okay,
other
so that's
tasks.
when you're free, volunteer for other tasks. Sometimes we say, oh, these things are are under my JD. But I'm thinking what Danny is trying to say is aside your JD, do something else. There's some people, if you're very fast at your task and you feel that you're a bit free, go to your team lead, ask him or her, can I help you? Are there other things I can help you with?
One.
Or even among your colleagues, you may see them struggling over things that are quite easy for you to do. Volunteer,
So that's
Support.
leadership capacity being developed right there.
leadership skills. So volunteering, supporting others can also be ways that you can boost your performance in the workplace. Don't wait until you're asked. Don't keep waiting until your manager says, Rita, come and do this for me. Or I feel you should do it. Once you know your tasks are like minimal and you can take in more responsibility, honestly, do it. I used to have a staff then, we struggled out, and 2 weeks, I told my people then, my team, that if I was going to, I hope we'll be able to be on. We can still be, it's on UPS right now. I don't think so. Yeah. So unfortunately, we're stuck. Did it go off?
It went up.
Okay, so but on my stream here, it's still showing anyway.
Can we
So-
still use this one we wait for?
Yeah. Okay. So the thing is volunteer. Once you volunteer, you see the capacity that will come out from it because you keep on building yourself. You keep on excelling at what you're doing. You're not looking at the circumstances alone. You're looking at the opportunity to do more. Once you put in your best and you have volunteered, there's no way you won't be visible in the workplace because you're also assisting other people. I was trying to use a story like when I wanted to get somebody into my organization, and I told my team members that I necessarily wouldn't be needing someone to support me in that particular role. But they felt I was just taking in too much. And I said, no, if this person comes into the organization, if he's someone that is good at what he does, 2 weeks down the line, this guy is going to ask me that he's redundant, he wants to do extra. And they felt I was kidding. Believe you me, when the guy came on board, the third week, he came to meet me, and coincidentally, I was with some of my team leads then, and then the next thing that popped out of the guy's mouth was, I'm feeling redundant, man. Is there any other thing I can be doing that can be assigned to me? And they all looked at me, and I said, yeah. So I'm a big fan of that guy till today, because when you work with your bosses and you don't want them to feel, honestly, you've got a fan club. They're going to be for you. So one of those things that you, Daniel said in terms of volunteering, supporting others can also stand you out, can make you distinct in the workplace. It's not just, ability to do your tasks well alone. Your job, your boss or your seniors or your team lead, your managers, they have other tasks assigned managing your portfolio. So when you look at their needs as well, it makes you visible. You are setting up your bosses for success. So of course they'll be interested in your own story as well.
Exactly.
So make others shine so that they can make you shine.
We-
So don't feel like,
it's
basically I'm doing your work.
48 laws of power.
48 laws of power. You can see. Okay, so we've spoken about put your best at your whatever you do. Then the other one, volunteering to do other people to do more,
To do more.
not only to take
Beyond
from the other
JD.
beyond your JD. So do more beyond your JD. Then any other one?
Then the next thing I'm going to talk about is, okay, this may sound, because I'm also a business person and I'm
Okay.
interested in my numbers.
Okay.
So like one of the things I tell my people is that, okay, you are just into content writing, you have written the content and everything. Can you come up with ideas and just share with some people, maybe your upline, and just share ideas on how probably the numbers could be improved? Like, don't just close your eyes
Okay.
and just be stuck at what you're doing.
Okay.
It's just like an extension of
the
this.
volunteer, yeah.
Because at the end of
So
the
this
day,
is creativity now.
creativity,
Yeah.
and you know, how we, yes, definitely creativity.
Let me say creativity. So
and
be
innovation.
innovative.
Yes.
Be innovative at what you do. Be creative in whatever task you
And
find
start
yourself.
thinking like a business person.
Have that mindset. Yeah, you know, some appraisers in evaluation, they have this depending on the organization, because the organization and the tax would define the performance metrics. There's some people that they write business acumen. There are others that will put entrepreneurial mindset. So you need to know at some point it will be required of you to have that holistic approach to the organization. So in as much as you're doing this, you're looking at innovative ways that will make your job simpler, will make other jobs simpler. You're looking at ideas that can increase productivity. People can do more when you think outside the box. The present report writing format that we have in this organization, Beacon Gate and Star, was actually, what would I say, created by another staff. She came in and she felt, oh, can I have this? Can I have this? And I said, okay, you can. And just to encourage her, because I wanted to promote creativity in the workplace, really. Up till now, 4 years after, we're still using the report format. Well, what did it do? It kind of narrowed down, it simplified the way we used to do report writing, because everything was total in just one report. The requirements were just put. So what you just did, type it, and type it in. And I also remembered one of the banks that I had worked, I got an award for that. I actually went somewhere doing the course of marketing, and I was on the table, you know, like my eyes, I could see like wonders. And the client placed something on the table, and right there, I saw something and I said, oh, we can adopt this in the bank. And that was like for investment purpose. You know, for investment, what you have is the capital, the we call it accrued interest, the tenor, the interest rate, then the balance to rollover. We used to call it rollover capital, then rollover capital.
Yeah.
Before we used to type it, but when I got back from that insurance company trip, I quickly typed blah, 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 and I did it. I showed my boss, and he was like, "No, they won't like." I just went to the operations manager to go and show him the paper, and he was like, "Wow, this is fantastic." So we didn't used to stay long. So what we just did, we popped it up on like a template on the computer, and the branches everywhere, they just circulated it. Boom. But most, you know, I just brought it from an insurance company and I brought it into the bank. Then that was like how many years ago? So be creative. Don't, when you have ideas, pop it up.
Yes.
When you have suggestions, don't be intimidated.
And the funny thing is that you can actually, you know, there's something that I know of.
Okay.
Beyond your salary, you can actually earn things like that increases productivity in that end. Can bring some incentives.
Yes. So some organizations do support when you bring incentives, they can let you have that. Thank you, Ayomi Day. I can see Ayomi Day. I can see Derek Kishel. I don't know if I got your name. I can see Kabira. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you still find this interesting. We're talking about how you can become more productive in your workplace and become more visible in the workplace. Thank you for taking time to join Daniel and I today. Okay, so we have 6 more. We've written 4 so far. So my own is also during the course of work, learn to prioritize your tasks. Prioritization of tasks is very important. There are tasks that have been assigned to you that would demand more from you because of the level of impact. There are some tasks that have also been assigned that will affect other deliverables for other people. So learn how to prioritize your tasks. There's something they call the 4 quadrants of time management, where you have the very important, not so important, significant. Learn that. that kind of give you an overview of your tax on a daily basis. You learn how to prioritize tax, excuse me, you know which one to quickly do, because where your tax ends is where another person's own is going to start from. There are jobs that depend on the conclusion of one before another person's own can kickstart. So learn prioritization of tax. By the time you learn prioritization of tax, it also build efficiency in you. Because by then there won't be someone breathing down your neck to ask you that, oh, the deadline is almost there. Are you done? Are you not done? Oh, bring it up. Let me see. Let me review it. And you know, when you start doing that, it's like they are micromanaging you already in terms of your time management.
Yes.
So manage your own time effectively well. So let's say number 5 for you today is learn how to prioritize your tax. Prioritizing your time and your tax and time will serve you better, will make you more productive, will make you more effective at your job, and then will also increase your visibility, because when they know that there's a project to be done, in the course of doing the project, you're already like bringing out suggestions. You're already like, okay, this is this. I'll get this done in 2 hours. I call it the discipline of timing, discipline of execution. They know you will do it the right time and the right place, and they're using the right resources. So you have prioritization of your tasks and your time. Any other one, Daniel? So that's number 5. We have 4 more to go. Okay, so
I'm thinking, there's a list I have in my head.
Okay.
Excellence, accountability, responsibility. One other thing I'd like to say is just build up on excellence that we talked about. It's improvisation.
Improvisation.
So excellence is not necessarily, you're saying in your son's school they measure the effort.
Per effort, yeah.
It's not just the results.
Okay.
The result is just the event that happens from a lot of process. So yes, we know that some
input, after the input, there's the output.
Yes. So we know that some people might not necessarily be as I don't want to use the word magnanimous, but they might not be as expressive as some others. But within the confines of who you are and what your personality qualities are and what resources you have within your means to do your job description, like ensure you're maxing things out.
Okay.
You're maxing out.
That's when there are challenges doing. Let me just paraphrase what I think you're trying to say. Is improvisation means that, like in English, what it means is that if this is not available, use the next one. If this one is not going to work, then use the other one. That is improvisation of the work tools, of the process.
Exactly.
So they've told you to do it in a certain way, and the certain way is not going to work, right? And because they told you to do it in a certain way, you end up waiting. Actually, they told me to do it in this way. What else? How can you improvise to make it happen?
Exactly.
Not necessarily waiting to for the person that assigned you the task to come and bring the solution.
Because the reason they gave you the task was delegation
to get the result. So learn to improvisation. They don't have this. Must you wait for them to have this? What else can you do beside that? That's a bit of like creativity, don't you think?
Yes,
like being innovative with the solution.
Yes, and you actually mentioned the other time that you don't go on Google. ChatGPT is there.
Just chat and just type whatever
ideas on how
to navigate those things. So when you're improvising, you're not necessarily just waiting for the solutions to be dropped at your foot or your feet. You're looking at the fact that, oh, this is not there, the resources. We know in the workplace, different organizations have different financial capability. You may work where those things are already in place, fantastic. But some won't work in structured places where those things are available, right? Yes. And because there is also economic of scale, they have to do like prioritization of the expenses.
Exactly.
So there are certain things that you will have been used to where you're working, and then you get to a new place. Don't keep on emphasizing the fact that, oh, when you were there, they did this, they did that.
They gave you money
for this is always there. Yes, employees like rubbing that on our faces anymore. Really, I know they do a lot. So because of my job as a consultant, when I'm asking different employees from different workplaces, and then I'm just getting related with they don't have this, they don't have that. I'm like really down to my workplace. What else can you do with what you have?
Exactly.
What else can you do with what you have? And I remember in the days I told my team members then, and I said, oh, this bank I worked told us there was a day, and we're supposed to go for a meeting. They usually do this meeting on a monthly basis. So branches from afar come in and then give the report. So I think he came late, and during the course of coming late or something, okay, the bank was doing like where you need to change optimization of processes. We changed like a software,
Okay.
so it was a bit like things were a little bit laid back, and but that didn't stop the organization from still having that meeting. So they expected you to be on top of yourself. So the guy came in, and the excuse they gave them was that, oh, because the bank was trying to change its processes, it got delayed because he flew in from outside Lagos, and then it got delayed. By the time he got to one of the branches to work, the system was slow, and then the MD was like, "You should keep quiet." That the same bank you're complaining about, that there was a time where they just had three computers to work with, and the people will come in as early as 6 o'clock to queue up to use those things. And then this is a bank now that we see all over Nigeria. But imagine the MD saying, some time ago, they had just three computers. Then there was no laptop, it was just desktop. So people will leave their homes. By 6 o'clock, they had already signed in, listed out the order of how they are going to use the computer. So, but now, how many years after, see the depth of wealth they have. But in their early stages, they didn't even have up to 5 computers in the whole bank. So for employees to be struggling to use the system. So I will also say, for me, emails, learn to read your emails.
Especially
But
work
yes,
emails.
the work emails, don't keep on like, sometimes even with my team members, I'm like, I've sent something to you like 1 hour ago, and they're like, really? And I'm like, do I need to send you an email? Then I'll not come to your desk and say, oh, I sent you an email.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense. You look at it yourself.
Especially during work hours.
During work hours, devote time that you check your mails randomly. I'm not saying sit there and be waiting for mails to drop, even if it's like the notification. I know for some it's a distraction, but then in the course of your work, learn to check your mails periodically. There are jobs that need prompt responses. There are jobs that need you to even collaborate with other people to get information before you pass on the the feedback. So if you don't prioritize those things and look at your emails are important. Emails are where they send tasks to. Emails are like other departments want to communicate with you. They send to email. So imagine somebody telling you that they sent mail on Monday and today is Friday. You're saying, really? When did you send it? And then they've sent you to you on Monday. They send reminder on Wednesday. And today is Friday. We're still talking about one email that you should have responded to since Tuesday. So those are the things that you need to learn how to emails. Imagine your boss going out on possibly a business trip and needs information while at the client's place. He's trying to call you. But we all know how the phones behave nowadays in terms of internet and things like that, or connection. And he just wants to send some email to you. And then maybe they're like, okay, the client insists that, okay, let me send it from my own desk, and then they send it to you. Calling you becomes an issue. And then okay, you will get us the information. They try calling, they say, oh, maybe they will see the email, you will respond quickly. If you are those ones that will take 96 hours to check email, that means it's 4 days, 3 days after you get to see those emails. So work on your email culture. Learn to respect your email. It's been created for a particular reason. Communication purpose, ability to pass message information across diverse units, even organization, with your vendors, with your clients, with your colleagues. Check your emails. Email checking at the right time is also another way that you can boost your workplace visibility. Ability to respond timely using your work tools, and the email is one of them. So learn to have the respect for your email. They don't need to send an email and then call you, send WhatsApp, send chats, send, there's some people, once you send the email, you have to call them. You have to send WhatsApp to them that you have sent an email. It shouldn't be. So check this randomly, periodically, so that you can meet up. Remember, the topic of this program is actually boosting your performance and boosting your visibility in the workplace. So once you don't do those things, it affects the totality of your performance, because we're saying the accumulation of why Rita will be visible more than Peju is because during the course of that 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, Rita is doing some things. She kept on doing them randomly, habitually, It became a culture for her. It became a habit for her.
And Peju is just doing
And just Peju is just doing JDs, mundane things.
We grunting.
After all, you guess they paid me 200. 200 is what they will get. After all, I asked for 300 and it's 300 next job. I'm going to give them. So they don't want to increase my salary, so I'll just give them those basic things. But you've forgotten that in 6 months' time, they're going to do an appraisal, an evaluation of your work. So these are little steps that we take every day. So the 7th one, do you have any? Because that would be 10.
Okay.
What else do you think?
Okay, it is an extension of accountability. But once you say this is what we are doing, this is when, before you give, and they are giving you a tax.
Okay.
And before you give your word on the tax, when you deliver the tax, you should have estimated the least minimum possible time for you to do that. Then, in fact, in terms of intelligence, you should times.
Okay, so that's like that's like time allocation of tax.
Yes.
Prioritization of your time. So it comes in under prioritization of your tax. Okay, so let me suggest another one. Be a problem solver. Be the go-to person that everybody needs in the organization. Be the one that every other person can always seek for solution. They have challenges. They are remembering that, if I call Aino will be the one to do it. They have problem with something in accounts. They say, let's get Aino. They have a problem in customer service. Who is that person in your organization that people call to?
Exactly. And the point is that it's very easy to be a problem solver. Very, very easy, especially with this internet of things.
Okay.
Any little thing, just go to ChatGPT is the
solution. Okay.
I literally can do anything.
Okay.
As long just ask me. Oh, yeah, we can do it. If I can't figure it out, just give me a moment. I'll cycle back.
Yeah.
Cycle back. Problem solver. They don't go find a solution. Some people are lazy. Like the people that are asking you questions, they are lazy to do the research themselves. And sometimes research is not something that will take like hours or days. Just with 5 seconds,
you can get that information.
Copy and paste.
Okay.
With the right
Did you see it now? So sometimes some people just get cheap publicity at your expense, and that's because you don't want to go beyond your comfort zone. You just feel that this is just what you want to do. But be a problem solver. There's that one person in the organization. Everybody knows when there is internet problem or computer problem. Even if the person is not in IT, did not learn IT, they have issues. They're always calling upon that person. Who is that person in your workplace? Those little cheap ways of making, improving your personal brand. Don't relegate them. Be a problem solver. Be that go-to person that people call in terms of need in the organization.
Yes.
They want to do presentation. Oh, they are remembering Maureen. They want to do letter writing or report writing. They are remembering Maureen.
You even mentioned it that is a colleague, maybe a colleague.
Okay, that's Oracle. Oh, that's one of my LinkedIn posts. So that's one of the couples that worked with me. And in fact, I retained that's Ruth. Yeah, fantastic lady. She's in Canada right now. The people called my staff used to call her Oracle. Yeah, she started with us in Beacon Gate and was a copper, NYC copper, and then she came. Excuse me, yeah, fantastic individual. When we need anything, she doesn't know it. So she would say, "I'll read it all." You want to do another thing, she will tell you she will read it all. And then that was how she just. In fact, this is our laptop here. Our desktop. Our desktop is there. So we sit together. Then I was just starting, and then every other person, by the time they came in, they need anything, is rude. We don't know how to do anything. Just give me a moment. She will go and make research. Fantastic lady. So be that problem solver. Be the go-to person. They call her Oracle. You know how Oracle? Oracle is like, what your words is definitely encyclopedia of things. Because then we didn't have ChatGPT, but she was like our ChatGPT there. So be the problem. So we have 2 more. Okay. So what would you do? This is our number 9 now. Socialize. That's interpersonal skills.
And it's just simple. Good morning. Good afternoon. How are you looking awesome today? Smile. Social skills. Develop social skills. Develop interpersonal skills. Don't say, I like keeping to myself. Yeah, you can keep to yourself, but let the smile come out. Don't be squeezing your face and feel that nobody, they said nobody offended you. So when you come into the workplace, leave the problem at the door. Come in, be free with people. Let people be free around you. Let them not tiptoe around you. Loosen up. Mix with people. Learn with them. Play when you need to play.
walk when you need to walk, smile when you need to smile. But the social skills, interpersonal skills are important. Yeah, I mean, I used to have one client that would tell me that don't let this person come. And I'm like, why? I said no. One day I had to ask her. I said no. She said that person doesn't smile. That she doesn't want that. Like the job enough is asking for her. So what she wants to be hearing is sweet voices, like sweet faces, smiling faces. So social skill development mix with people. Don't just keep to your corner. Yeah, we know some friendship. Some people tell us they don't build friendship in organization or no, 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 no. Most of the
It's
people
not
that
necessarily friendship.
yeah,
No.
even most of the people that I have that have helped my career one way or the other have been friends. Friends, I've left the organization, we still talk. In fact, this morning I went to one of my friends. We left the bank together. I left 2012, and then she left maybe 2012 or 2013 to different organizations. But then we're still friends. I dropped in today, dropped what do you call it, salad. I brought salad at Spa, salad and sandwich. I went to go and drop it with on a table before coming to work today. So those are friendships. Yeah, we built it during the course of work. That is more than 12 years after. So it forms from there. I want something, I don't know how to do it, I call her. She wants something, she doesn't know how to do it, she calls me. So sometimes friendship begins in the workplace. So learn to have social skills, interaction, learn it. I also used to have a problem with that. And then I worked with a lady, or she worked with me that she was below me in level. And then when we go out, very sunny individual, smile with people. You think that she has led, she knows everybody. I mean, when I was her boss, I would just be looking at her like, who brought this person out? As in, why is she? Am I not her boss? But then I used to pray that I had that personality to be able to meet them. That was like less than 5 years in my career then. And then she has this fantastic way of talking. She sees you today, you're probably looking at her and saying, have you known her from anywhere? Because the way she will relate with you, I used to crave that smile, the way she talks to people. The magnetism is superb. So you can learn it too. It doesn't mean that they're going to disturb you. You know when to put in the boundaries, the barrier, and the limits, and all those things. There's bound to be boundaries, set your barriers for people to not to conclude. But that doesn't that notwithstanding, they should know you as somebody that has good social interhuman skills. You need it. You need to learn how to talk, how to communicate with people, how to learn that from people. So the 10th and the last one, Benu, let that come from you. What would you say?
I think we'll crown it up with that. Oh, you have number one.
Number one, what's number one?
Showing up.
Showing up.
And
be involved in your workplace. Be involved.
Like everything can be surmounted with showing up. Showing up is just because life is a personal journey.
Okay.
Showing up is number one. It's you telling yourself that okay, I believe I can do something. In fact, you might even be confused for days, for weeks, for months. But when you keep showing up, it shows that you are available.
Okay. Because some people are physically, just sorry, I'm interjecting. Some people are there in the workplace, but they are not there. So it's either you are in or you are out. I was in a place on Wednesday where they were doing disciplinary committee meeting, and they were trying to, disciplinary committee. That means that sanctions and things like that. So when I was ending the conclusion of my speech, I said, "It's either you are there or you are not there. So if you're not going to be there, leave the organization rather than just sit and take a space." Do you understand? So be involved. Put in your best. Yes. I use these 3 B's. Be brave. At anything you do, don't shy away from responsibility. Be brave enough to talk. It's still the same thing like be bold. The 3 B's. Be bold and then put in your best. Your best.
Be your best.
Be at your best. Be at your best. Be bold enough to ask for help when you need it. Fantastic. If you don't know the task, don't just go there and sit down there and waste 90 minutes or 2 hours.
The most thing they will do is 5 minutes. This person will show you how to
do. We just have like some minutes round up, like 18 or 20 minutes to round up. Then on the last note, what do you think?
Okay. To sum it all up, just as somebody who is going to work for somebody, don't just go there because you just want to sort out your own finances. Because that is why many people go out. And the reason we are teaching you all of these things is to be the reason Rita is organizing this thing is to be able to help you maximize your career as an employee. You're an employee, you are not somebody's, you are not entitled. You are there as somebody who is bringing value to the table, and you need to see yourself as valuable enough to be engaged.
So be a value addition. Be someone that puts in their best. bold enough to bring suggestions, innovative ways of doing things, and then be brave enough also to ask for more jobs than your JD. So be engaged, be involved. Don't sit back while they give other people tasks. So thank you, every one of you. I really appreciate the fact that you joined Dino and I for this particular program of in ways to boost your visibility, ways to boost your performance. You don't wait till performance evaluation day before you now start working out at your task or you monitor it. It's actually a cumulative effort of your daily tasks. That's why I said excellence is an habit. It is not. I mean, it's what do you call it?
Excellence is maybe
It's an act. It's an habit or something. That is what we repeatedly do. Yes, it is what you do.
Lifestyle.
It's your lifestyle. Let your name be synonymous with excellence. Be good in what you do, putting in your best. Thank you so much. Thank you, every one of you that joined today. We hope to see you in 2 weeks' time. So, on the last note, Daniel, thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Really appreciate
It was impromptu anyway. Thank you. So, we'll see
Yes,
you,
sir.
Rita Babalola,
Bye.
signing off today on Your Career and You. We'll see you 2 weeks' time. We will try, my team and I, to show up 2 weeks' time to always show up for you. Thank you so much. And remember, be brave, bold, and your best. Thank you.